down on Hampton Green. Down to Hampton Green we'll go, down to Hampton Green. Such a very pretty place to be, down on Hampton Green. The church of old Saint Theodore welcomes everyone. Father leads the singing, hymns for old and young. Lunchtime finds him at the railway bell, with his beer and ploughman's. Different songs and different tales to tell from all the folks around him. Such a very friendly place to be, down on Hampton Green. Down to Hampton Green we'll go, down to Hampton Green. Such a very friendly place to be, down on Hampton Green. Father Thames flows softly at the dimming of the day. He bears all our burdens, carries them away. The night is still, the air is smelling sweet from all the trees and flowers. All I hear is my heartbeat from nature's own sweet bower. Such a very peaceful place to be, down on Hampton Green. Down to Hampton Green we'll go, down to Hampton Green. Such a very peaceful place to be, down on Hampton Green.
Hi, good evening and welcome to FolkOclock Show number 48. I hope everybody is well. If you think I'm looking calm, I'm not calm at all because it's all been fun and games as per usual. Although we've had a couple of glitches, let's call them glitches, over the last few shows, and John and I have been working very hard to resolve the issues, and I do have to hold my hands up that I do believe that the technical problem was at my side. It was a configuration issue. Anyway, we've hopefully resolved it, and we are very much looking forward to a fantastic show. We have a total of 12 acts this evening. Woo! They don't woo as much as the ladies do in the studio here. I've got two guys in the studio tonight, and the girls would have been wooing by now.
Great,
woo,
wonderful.
woo!
Well done, Joe. Well done.
Anyway, we've got 6 live acts this evening. We've got we've got two live acts from IveTech Media over on the posh side of Fleet. And we've got 2 guys live in the studio with me here, misbehaving already, although prompted a little bit. And I'm going to sing a song this evening. I don't often sing a song on the FolkOclock Show, but it's a year and a day since my dad died. So I am going to sing a song, and I shall sing it for my mum. I'm not sure if my mum's with us online yet. I've not had a look. Yes, we got 6 live acts. Absolutely fantastic. I hope you're all well. I heard that I think you don't even have to wear masks. Is it this Monday or next Monday? Or
Well, strictly speaking, that's right. Monday?
Yeah, from Monday, no masks. So everyone will see my ugly face from now on. It's the good thing about masks. You don't have to talk to people as much, which is quite nice. Anyway, I've posted the link everywhere, but I'm guessing if you're seeing this now, you've already made it into the show. So, full lineup this evening. I've said we've got live acts, and I should. I'm going to hop across, actually. I'm going to introduce the 2 acts that I've got in the studio here with me this evening, and then when we go over to John Ive at IveTech for the quiz, I'm sure John will introduce his guest as well. So I'm waiting until they are behaving themselves in the right place, and if he looks at the camera, he's chopping his head off. John, you need to be a little bit lower than that, and I'm going to just activate this now. We have, of course, who we've got here is the fabulous Paul Nunc Gillam. You look like you're losing a bit of weight there, Paul. And John Tanner, who isn't losing weight, but he's lost. I got. But he's still a good guy. So we're looking forward to hearing them later in the show. Let me just come back a second. The last time John Tanner was here, he recorded a song. Can you hear them talking in the background? Because
I think I might be pregnant, actually.
These microphones are super, super sensitive. Anyway, I do hope you're all well. I'm going to have a quick look. Oh, we've got a full house already. There's lots of people online. Do be a little bit courteous and considerate. Move down to the front and leave room for other people who are going to turn up late. Of course, it's the FolkOclock Show. Dirty snacking is compulsory, and we have got dirty snacking in the garden that we'll bring in later, and the drinks are free. So wherever the drinks are, help yourself. Have as much as you like. Right, I think we should. Of course, it was Burns night yesterday. Have I forgotten to say anything yet, or do I just? I think I've covered everything. It was Burns night yesterday. So I think it's only fitting and right that we start off with a couple of songs from north of the border. And we're going to start. Let's have a look at the profile picture here of the lovely Jan Moncrief and Phil McCready, Beers Law Music as we know them, the lovely Lady of Loch Lochy. Jan, if you're with us this evening, I'm just going to look on my computer in a minute and see who's online with us and look at the chat. But we have got a wonderful video that Jan kindly sent in for me, and it's a recut of a video called Ghosts in the Mist. Now, clearly, anyone who knows these guys, you know that they're pretty good on the old video and audio. This is and I like a bit of video and audio, and I need to get better. This is a great video. Let's have some love and likes in the chat for Beers Law singing Ghosts in the Mist.
True to our past, to our that never have died. It's a language I love and dear to my heart, a statement of vision and pride. There are ghosts in the mist from the edge of time, telling tales of the past and the future we'll find. It's a language of song and the language of rhyme. There are ghosts in the mist and they're mine. From the edge of time, telling tales of the past and the future we'll find. It's a language of song and the language of rhyme. There are ghosts in the mist and they're mine. There are ghosts in the mist and they're mine. There are ghosts in the mist and they're mine.
Absolutely fantastic. B is Law there with Ghosts in the Mist. Thank you, Jan, for sending that along. I hope you're with us this evening. I'm looking on the list here. We've got Janet Pearce. Hi, Janet. Sally Brook from California. Hello, Sally. Dave Hunter. Good evening, Dave. Jamie Nix. Hi, Jamie. Felix is with us. Dave Edgington from Lanzarote. Bob Tidbury's with us. Doris Reeb from Germany is with us. It's a truly international show this evening. Yeah, Beers Law, fantastic. I'm really looking forward to Ballsbridge in the summer because I will get to meet the Lady of Loch Lochy. Very much looking forward to that. What you don't know is, excuse me, while that video was playing, my mum phoned. My mum couldn't get into the show, so I've sent 2 links, and I'm hoping that Mum has joined us, and she's certainly trying to join us. Hilary Ward, good evening, Hilary. You need to come over and sing us a song one week. Right, we are going to go on to act number 2 this evening. Let me show you the profile picture of Mr. Hector Gilchrist. Hector's been over and recorded, I think we recorded 5 or 6 songs together. And it was great to meet Hector. I've met him a couple of times since, actually. But, of course, Hector was a singing partner of my folk crush Sue Graves in a group called Soiree, I believe. Yes. Soiree. A fantastic guy and a beautiful singing voice. So he came over and did a few songs, and I asked him last week which of the songs would be appropriate to play because of Burns Night. And quite rightfully, he picked his own song. So we're going to play a song not only performed by Hector, but written by Hector as well. It's called Homecoming. So Hector, I'm not sure if you are with us, but I'm sure everybody is going to join me enjoying your song, Homecoming.
Homecoming, written by myself. Strong and faithful is our cry, our battle call in years gone by, and we will raise our voices high, for we are coming home. Strong and faithful was the shield, but they perished on that bloody field. For the Stuart cause they would not yield, and Lachlan ne'er came home. In glens and fields and mountains steep, ancestral lands they could not keep. For landlords great and the cheviot sheep, no more could they come home. Strong and faithful is our cry, our battle call in years gone by, and we will raise raise our voices high, for we are coming home. The Lachlan spirit, man and wife, they strove to build a better life. In hostile fields, through times of strife, they dreamed of coming home. O'er the sea the clansmen made their home, where red men lived and buffalo roam. The Glockens lay as piles of stone, no dreams of coming home. Strong and faithful is our cry, our battle call in years gone by, and we will raise our voices high, for we are coming home. The generations have gone by, but memories will never die. We cherish still the clansman's tie that speaks to us of home. Now welcome, clansfolk, one and all, you rally to the chieftain's call, to join the laughter in the hall, and know that you come home. Strong and faithful is our cry, our battle call in years gone by, and we will raise our voices high, for we are coming home.
The wonderful Hector Gilchrist. What a fantastic voice, and a lovely bit of guitar playing there as well, Hector. Not sure if you're with us, but thank you very much. It was great having you in the studio and recording some songs, and it'll be great to get you back over here as well and do some more. You can, I should know really, but Hector, his songs get played on various local radio stations as well. Maybe he puts information about it on his, maybe on his Facebook page. So, I'm looking at it. Mike Tuffery. Mike, I can see you're on the show, but you're clearly with us later. Not in the green room yet, but there's no rush. I hope you're enjoying the rest of the music. Right. Well, I think it's that exciting time. It's the acid test now. Is it going to hold together? John is grinning like a Cheshire cat in the green room. And we have had some fun and games with this, but I'm completely convinced it is all going to work. So get your pads and pens ready, and we are going to have the first questions of tonight's world-famous FolkOclock music quiz. Come in, Mr. John Ive.
Thank you, Joe. Thank you, Joe. And thank you for that build-up. It's really nice to be talking to you first time around. In the past, it's been rather chaotic. So, FolkOclock quiz tonight. No specific theme, but a number...
I'm going to cut back. John, can you hear me, John? John, are you in the green room? John, can you hear me? Can you hear me? They're overly confident. I was clearly overly confident. John, stop. Can you hear me? No, John's introducing people. Okay, look, I'm going to go back because that stream has stopped. It's the weirdest thing. We've had this working for 2 weeks we've been testing this. And now we're not getting it. And I don't know why. But that stream has died. What does it? What is it?
Do you find that a phone call? Do you think because I found when I'm doing a
what? No.
Use the phone.
That can't affect it at all. So, John, can you hear me in the green room in Zoom? You need to come back to me, and hopefully you can hear me, because the RTMP server has dropped. So I'm going to have a look here. It's still all running. I've got no performance issues at all. So I have no idea what's gone on there. But if you can hear me, John, if you can switch to your other camera and give me a thumbs up, then we will try and sort this out. In the meantime, I don't suppose he's ready, but we're going to move ahead and come back to John, because we are going to go for our first proper live act this evening. And no, I can see John. Can you hear me, John? Thumbs up if you can hear me. Hey, John, can you hear me? No, John can't hear me. Right. Yeah. Right, let's have a look at the profile picture of Mr. Paul Nunc Gillam. Great guy. Fantastic photograph. Of course, I took it myself. I say that every time. So if you want to send a profile picture in for anybody, just make sure it's good. Anyway, we are going to have a couple of songs live from Paul Nunc Gillam, our first real live guest of the evening. Paul is a regular at Poppy's Folk Club and the Windmill Acoustic Sessions. Yeah. So let's press some buttons this end. I'm going to activate a couple of microphones and we're going to see if he's ready. He is ready. Ladies and gentlemen, if we can have some love and light for Mr. Paul Nunc Gillam.
Hello there, everybody. This is a song you should know. And I really want you to be belting it out in your area wherever you are so as we can hear it here. I want these guys who are with me to sing it as well. The only sad thing is that we can't have the jazz band at the end of it, which is a wonderful, wonderful thing. But hey, we'll do what we can. Come on, take me to the Mardi Gras, where the people sing and play, where the dancing is elite and there's music in the street both night and day. Hurry, take me to the Mardi Gras, in the city of my dreams. You can legalize your laws, you can wear your summer clothes in New Orleans, and I will lay my burden down, rest my head upon that shore. And when I wear that starry crown, you won't be wanting me anymore. Take your burdens to the Mardi Gras, let the music wash your soul. You can jingle in the street, you can jingle to the beat of the Jelly Roll. Tune by tune by tune by Mardi Gras, tune by tune by tune by, yeah. Hey, 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 and I will lay my burden down, rest my head upon that shore. And when I wear that starry crown, I won't be wanting you anymore. Take your burdens to the Mardi Gras, let the music wash your soul. You can mingle in the street, you can jingle to the beat of the Jelly Roll. Tune by tune by tune by Mardi Gras, tune by tune by tune by, yeah. Hey, 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 hey. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Fantastic, Mr. Paul. The first song from Mr. Paul Nunc Gillam this evening. I'm going to have another song from Paul after the first round of the quiz. This time, I'm pretty sure I'm going to wait for a thumbs up from John at John's end. I'm going to look at the stream, and the stream is active, so let's not hesitate. We are going to have our first questions for tonight's music quiz.
Down, isn't it?
Come in, Mr. Thumbs down. No, we're not working. We got thumbs down. Okay, I don't know why. I think we're going to go back to Paul. Paul, could you sing us another song? That was
I could
great.
indeed. You like that
Simon
one?
and Garfunkel, or
Simon and
just Paul Simon?
No, Paul Simon, yeah.
Just Paul Simon.
Yeah.
Which album?
There goes Rhyming Simon.
What year?
1974.
No idea. I don't know either. Good question. Okay, look, we're going to go back and have another.
That's a lovely song.
Right, Paul, Nunc, Gillam, let's have another live song.
Okay. Well, I might not have known when that one was produced, but I know exactly when this one was produced because it was this week. This is my latest song, and it's one of huge positivity about love and light and miracles and beauty. So I hope you enjoy it. By the miracle of birds, by the miracle of birth, the soul comes to the earth. Every little newborn child emerging in the light, and every hair's numbered, every prayer's heard. All the love is flowing from the word. Reaching for the grace like a mother's warm embrace. A child lost in a crowd that sees his father's face. The love that we all look for in everything you do is just as surely looking out for you. It is said, not life nor death, no angels nor rulers, nothing present or to come, and nothing in creation can separate us from this love. Kabir can only smile at the fish out in the sea, believing they are thirsty. Those fish are you and me, but our efforts are not wasted, our steps are not in vain. Love is all around, don't be afraid. There is a breath inside each breath, where there is no time, there is no death. where there is no wrong and there is no right. Walk in the light. Thanks very much. Thank you.
Come on, fantastic. Mr. Paul Nunc Gillam. Brilliant. Thank you very much. Did you enjoy that, Paul?
I did. Yeah.
Good. It sounded great.
bass
Yeah, really
string
good.
down a bit.
I agree with Peter Ive. Absolutely brilliant. Yeah, and who else's comment was I looking at? Who's with us this evening? Anna Bass, liking this very much. Yeah, fantastic. Mary Waddington's with us. And my mum is with us now. Well done, Mum, for clicking on the link and joining us. Right, we're going to do this again. Has everybody got their finger? I want one person in the chat to say fingers crossed. Come on. You've just got to put on there, fingers crossed, and then we're going to go live across to John at IveTech Media. Gordon Dickinson's with us. Good evening, Gordon. Thanks for joining us. Hope you're well. Right. Oh, music quiz, third time lucky. Come in, Mr. John Ive.
Hello, everyone. Well, I really hope this is working. We're obviously getting too clever for ourselves with this technology. So, my gang in the studio here are putting on a second spontaneous act of activity. So here they are. One more time, everyone. We have Cajun Boogaloo and we have Reg Pearce in the studio tonight. And by the amount of booze they've drunk, by the second half of this show, anything could happen. Welcome, guys. Thanks for joining us. Well, as I can see, I'm still up on the screen. I assume I'm still coming over to you, which is great. FolkOclock quiz. Tonight, there's no theme. It's a kind of a eclectic set of questions, but I think they're rather easier tonight, so I hope you enjoy them. I'm going to give 3 questions now. Please put your 3 answers in the comments box, which I'll be watching. And there'll be 2 questions later, assuming the links work, of course. So, 3 questions. Well, let's get on with it. Question number 1. In which city in Eastern England has been the venue for a long-standing folk festival? Is it Cambridge, Norwich, or Chelmsford? Cambridge, Norwich, or Chelmsford? Some people in my studio here have lived in the place that we're talking about, so they have inside knowledge. Actually, I had to check myself there. I nearly gave the game away again. So, who took There But For Fortune into the UK single charts? Was it Joan Baez, Judy Collins, don't give the answer away, guys, or Joni Mitchell? There But For Fortune, Joan Baez, Judy Collins, or Joni Mitchell. I've had some red wine as well. Which John Denver song did Peter, Paul and Mary take into the charts? Perhaps Love, Looking for Space, or Leaving on a Jet Plane? So let's have your answers in the comments box. As I said, I think they're fairly easy, so I'm expecting a lot of answers tonight. Keep them coming, and I'll come back later with the second set of questions. But for now, back to you, Joe.
Fantastic, John. It all worked. Amazing. Brilliant. We've had our first questions, and I've been watching the chat, and I can see some answers coming through as well. And I think Dave Harris. Mike Charlesworth is with us. Mike, good evening. I think you guys sounded so good the other night at Windmill Acoustic Sessions. I've got a video that I'm going to share with everybody a little Go. Who else have we got with us? Colin Bailey. Okay, I've got a shout out here for Colin Bailey because Colin Bailey and Rye Wolf, have I got that right? Rye Wolf are performing tomorrow from 8 p.m. the Acoustic Couch in run by Graham Steele. So tomorrow night, what's today? Wednesday. Thursday night, 8 p.m. over in Bracknell at the Acoustic Couch. Got Rye Wolf and Colin Bailey. I believe Colin's supporting them.
That's outside,
so good luck with your event, guys.
You've been there.
Oh, the quiz held together. Fantastic. Who else we got here? John Quinn, the mighty John Quinn. John, I've heard from the guys here that Kay is a bit under the weather. Sending love and hugs to Kay and hope you get better soon. Anne Isles, dancing girl. She's guessing all the answers. John, look out. Anne is on form this evening. Right. We are going to go to our next act this evening. As you can hear in the studio here, people are warming up, even as I'm trying to talk. I'm sure you can hear me over it. So now I'm wondering, my microphone is a bit low there, and do you know why? Because my microphone wasn't switched on properly. That was a bit quiet. Why has everybody not been shouting at me saying, "You're too quiet, Joe"? Probably because I'm just loud on anything. Yeah, thank you. I can hear it. Anyway, right. This is a repeat song, and I actually think that this is the third time I've played this song on the FolkOclock Show. I don't think I've played anything 3 times so far. So hats off. Let me see the profile picture. Hats off to Uncle John Buckley, Steve Selwood's uncle. And I really do love this song. I think the performance is fantastic. It's written by John Buckley, and clearly it's going to be played by John Buckley as well. And I just love the song. Anyone who's had a classic car or a vintage car or just love their car will completely relate to this. It was recorded in Poppy's Folk Club, I think in 2017 or 18. It's a brilliant song. I just call it the Mustang song. It does have a bigger name than that. The Moon, My Baby, The Mustang and Me, I think it's called, but that's a bit of a mouthful. Let's have some love and likes for Uncle John Buckley singing the Mustang song.
And then they get it out of the shed. Years of neglect, I've treated you wrong, but this old girl has just burst into song. Years in the old barn, under cobwebs and grain, but these weary wheels are rolling again. This old 69, her pistons are pumping. She purrs like a cat, her V8's a thumping. Her wings, they are rusty, her headlights askew. One looks at me, the other at you. There's a crack in the windshield, a dent in the door, a view of the road through a hole in the floor. Oh man, I still smell the faded red leather. She's part of our life, a keeper forever. So with my darling beside me and the Delta aglow, we hit the old coast road to the cove that we know. Watch wild white horses ride on the sea. Just the moon, my baby, the Mustang and me. Just the moon, my baby, the Mustang and me. Well, the memories she gave us cannot be denied. Through calm and through storm, we laughed and we cried. Sang along to Elvis, drove to weddings and wakes. Made us some U-turns, learned from mistakes. Made love, took chances, and fought to be free. As we hit the old coast road, my baby and me, our minds entwined, the road opens before us. Words unspoken, we take in the view. The three reunited, we blow off the old dust. Paint an old picture on a canvas that's new. Relive old memories and let the world be just the moon, my baby, the Mustang and me. Just the moon, my baby, the Mustang and me. With my darling beside me and the Delta aglow, we hit the old coast road to the cove that we know. Watch wild white horses ride on the sea. Just the moon, my baby, the Mustang and me. Just the moon, my baby, the Mustang and me. Just the moon, my baby, the Mustang and me.
We certainly don't see and hear enough of John Buckley. How good was that? Just the moon, my baby, the Mustang and me. Never had a Mustang. Beetle. Just the girlfriend, the moon, and me Beetle down the coast.
The Jag.
It wouldn't, the Jag. It wouldn't be such a good song for me. Fantastic, John Buckley. Hope you're well. Fabulous, John Quinn. Make sure he does. I love reading the comments. Does everybody else read the comments? We got Mike Tuffery in the green room. Are you there, Mike? Can we hear you? He's going to unmute. Mike?
Yes, I'm here. How are you?
Mike Tuffery in the green room. Fantastic. We are going to go. We've got the thumbs up from IveTech Media. We're going to have our second round of music quiz questions. Get your pens and papers ready. Come in. Oh, he's having a swig of wine now. I'll have to wait for him. Come in, Mr. John Ive.
Hello again, everybody, and welcome back. Hopefully this is working one more time for the second set of questions. I have to say I am blown away by the answers to the first set. I possibly made them too easy because we've never had so many sets of answers and so many correct ones, but they're not all correct though. So I'm going to have fun probably asking one of the studio members to select at random a winner if we get everybody having 5 answers correct. So we're now on to questions 4 and 5. So question number 4. Who wrote Where Have All the Flowers Gone? Was it Bob Dylan, Pete Seeger, or was it James Taylor? And question 5. Christmas 1971. Brand New Key. Went to the US Billboard Hot 100, went to the top of the US Billboard Hot 100. But who was the folk singer? Was it Bobby Martin, Melanie, or Betty Wright? The song is Brand New Key. Was it Bobby Martin, Melanie, or Betty Wright? So those are the last 2 questions. I usually go through the 5 questions again in case somebody's missed them, and we've had so many answers. I suspect that you've all answered who want to, but very quickly, the questions again. Which city in eastern England has been the venue for a long-standing folk festival? Is it Cambridge, Norwich, or Chelmsford? There But for Fortune, was that from Joan Baez, Judy Collins, or Joni Mitchell? Which John Denver song did Peter, Paul and Mary take to the charts? Perhaps Love, Looking for Space, or Leaving on a Jet Plane? Who wrote Where Have All the Flowers Gone? Bob Dylan, Pete Seeger, or James Taylor? And then finally, question number 5, 1971, hitting the top US Billboard with Brand New Key was Bobby Martin, Melanie, or Betty Wright? So those are the 5 questions. I look forward to seeing your remaining answers, and as always, I'll be coming back later in the show. By the way, music's been fantastic so far, and we've got some great music coming up as well. So tonight's show is going to be really special. But for now, Joe, back to you.
Wonderful. Thank you, John, and good luck, everybody, with the free music quiz. Anybody, the winner, let's see the props. The winner will win a bottle of, it's not Prosecco this week, it's Carver. A nice bottle of fizz for whoever the music quiz winner is.
Spanish fizz.
Spanish fizz, exactly. I actually heard Spanish Train, Chris de Burgh on the radio today. Spanish Train. Does anybody know that song? A railway man lay dying with his people by his side. Anyway, Sharon Burgess. Hi, Sharon. Hope you're well. Mike Charlesworth, we've mentioned Mike. John Edwards. I think John Edwards is new to the show. And he's guessing the answers to the music quiz. Good luck, John. Right, we are going to have our next video. I'm delighted about this because, of course, the Windmill Acoustic Sessions is back up and running over in Church Crookham at the Street Social Club. It's a fantastic venue. It's got great acoustics. There's plenty of room for everybody. It's the cheapest bar in town, and it's got parking out the back. Short of dancing girls and pole dancing, it's as good as it gets. So get yourself off to the Windmill Acoustic Sessions. It's on every other Sunday. It's on 2 Sundays a month. So do check it out. At the last show, which was a special, Lynn Reynolds and Friends, can't think of the date, 16th. I think it was on the 16th. Was a special guest night at the Windmill, and it was Lynn Reynolds. And Lynn's not too well. Lynn's got a really sore throat, so big hug. If you're there, Princess, big hug to you, and I'm sure everybody's sending you well wishes. Let's see them in the chat appearing. Spanish Train, Doris Reba, Spanish Train, you know it, yeah. Chris de Burgh, Spanish Train. So, the Windmill Acoustic Sessions is back up and running, and we had some visitors, and I'm hoping they do come back. I don't know all of their names because I'm a bit of an airhead and I forget, but these guys perform. You can see people moving around in the background, but that's fine. It's a live show. These guys perform under the name of Old Play. 3 guys, really nice guys. I think the singer is a fellow Scouser, so he must be good. Anyway, I'd never seen them before. They turned up at the Windmill Acoustic Sessions, got themselves a floor spot. Let's have a little quick look at the profile picture. I know one of them is Mike Charlesworth, and I don't have it written down. The other guy's names. Mike is with us in the chat tonight, so Mike, if you can put the other guys' names there for us, that would be very much appreciated. And they did a song called Amy. I thought it was fantastic, and of course I videoed it. And now I'm trying to think who it's by. It's in the video. I've put some titles in the video, so it will become clear any minute now. So for the very first time, not only at the Windmill Acoustic Sessions, but for the first time on the FolkOclock Show, let's have some love and likes for Old Play performing Amy.
Why you think you belong to me. I never tried to make you think of one thing to be did, and now you see. Now you're off with someone else and I'm alone. You see, I thought that I might keep you for my own. Amy, what you wanna do? Stay with you for a while, maybe longer if I do. Don't you think the time is right for us to find all the things we thought went proper could be right in time? Can't you see which way we should turn together all alone? I can never see what's right or what is wrong. Amy, what you want to do? I think I what you want, you've had your way. And all the things you thought before faded into grey. And can't you see that I don't know if it's you or if it's me? If it's one of us, I'm sure we just will see. Amy, what you wanna do? I think I could stay with you for a while, maybe longer if I do. Amy, what you wanna do? I think I could stay with you for a while, maybe longer if I do.
Amy! What a fantastic song. Those guys had some energy. I was really properly impressed. Mike, if you're out there, I'm sure you are. I hope you enjoyed the video and let your friends know. And do please come back to the Windmill Acoustic Sessions. It's on 2 Wednesdays a night. If you look on the Facebook group page, there are some events posted, so you know when the evenings are. Okay, look, I've mentioned Rye Wolf and Colin Bailey tomorrow night. Another event coming up is Sue Graves at My Folk Crush. Woo. I keep her album here close. All the other albums come and go. This one stays.
Good.
Sue Graves is the guest act at the Windmill Acoustic Sessions on Sunday, the 6th of February. Applause from the studio. It is a great venue. It's really good. And everybody knows how good Sue is. So really looking forward to that. Eddie Colburn in the house. Eddie, I can see you're with us in the house. Good band. I agree, Eddie. Eddie, you need to get yourself down to the Windmill again and see all of this great music that's happening. We need to hear you as well. Right. So quick shout out for Sue Graves at the Windmill Acoustic Sessions on the 6th of February. Don't miss it. Right. It's raffle time. Another free bottle. It's raffle time. Unfortunately, our good friend Sam White cannot be with us this evening for family reasons, which I shan't go into. He's well, he's fine, and he will be back next time. But it means that we do not have a raffle meister this evening. So what we are going to do is we are going to look at last week's winners, and I am going to sing a song in between the raffle rules and the raffle announcement. So while I'm singing a song, my good friend here, Paul Nunc Gillam, is going to watch the comments and using the science and the technology, as fair as it is going to pick a winner tonight for a free bottle of fizz. So, have I forgotten anything?
Can't remember.
Oh, no. John Tanner says, I can't remember. John, you can remember because you bleat on about it and give me shit. I said shit. Is it after 9 o'clock? It's not after 9 o'clock yet. Mr. John, go and sit on that chair up there. So, through the magic of technology, I'm just going to award John Tanner his bottle of fizz from a previous event. Hold on, let me just do this.
Was it last year, wasn't it?
There you go, John.
Oh, thank you so much. Oh, hooray!
Winner.
Hooray. I'll drink it before I go on, I think. Yeah.
Right. He's finally had his... Do you know what? I need to make sure I scrub him off the list because he'd have a bottle every time. Right, let's have a quick look. Let's have a quick look at previous winners. If anybody can spot John Tanner on this list...
Oh, it's only once.
Are you even on the list?
I'm on only once.
Yeah, but where? I can't even see your name.
Surely there wasn't.
Oh no, they're week number 44.
44.
You were a winner, and it was a quiz winner, not a raffle winner. That's so right, it was an intelligent win. Anyway,
yes,
I am going to come back to me. Okay, because I am going to mess around a little bit with the technology, and my friends here are going to shut up while I sing a song with a little bit of luck.
We might do.
Although microphones have probably gone a little bit all over the place, but I am going to sing us a song. I'm going to get up on this seat and I'm going to find my guitar, and I'm hoping it's all working. Right, where is that song gone? There it is. So, am I on screen? Am I here?
You're there.
Can you hear me? And is there music happening on the thing? So I'm a bit worried this might be a little bit loud. Okay. So I'm hoping I'm not too loud. So as I said at the beginning of the show, my dad died a year ago yesterday on Burns Night, and this song was the first song he ever sang to my mum. Clearly it did the trick. So on the basis as that's possibly why I'm here, or the beginnings of why I'm here, not that night, don't be laughing boys, my mum's online watching. Anyway, I will dedicate this to my dad and also to Mum, who's at home in Liverpool. So, it's called The Sinking of the Reuben James, and I think it was it Woody Guthrie or Pete Seeger? Earlier than Pete Seeger, I think it was Woody Guthrie. Right, here we go. Have you heard of the ship called the Good Reuben James? Sailed by hard-fighting men, both of honour and of shame. She flew the stars and stripes of the land of the free, but tonight she's in a grave at the bottom of the sea. Tell me, what were their names? Tell me, what were their names? Did you have a friend on the Good Reuben James? Tell me, what were their names? Tell me, what were their names? Did you have a friend on the Good Reuben James? Well, 100 men went down on that dark watery grave. When the good ship went down, only 44 were saved. 'Twas the last day of October, we sailed the 44 from that cold ocean water and that cold icy shore. Tell me, what were their names? Tell me, what were their names? Did you have a friend on the Good Reuben James? Tell me, what were their names? Tell me, what were their names? Did you have a friend on the Good Reuben James? It was there in the dark on that uncertain night when they watched for the U-boats and we waited for the fight. Then the whine and the rock and the great explosion roared, and they laid the Reuben James on that cold ocean floor. Tell me, what were their names? Tell me, what were their names? Did you have a friend on the Good Reuben James? Tell me, what were their names? Tell me, what were their names? Did you have a friend on the Good Reuben James? Now tonight there are lights in our country so bright, in the farms, on the cities, the telling of the fight. And now the mighty battleships will steam the bounding main, and remember the name of the Good Reuben James. Tell me, what were their names? Tell me, what were their names? Did you have a friend on the Good Reuben James? Tell me, what were their names? Tell me, what were their names? Did you have a friend on the Good Reuben James? Love you, Dad. Miss you, Dad. Love you, Mum. Right, done a bit. Let me get back to the chair. It's a live show, so you're just going to have to make excuses. Not make excuses, you just... Right, pressing buttons. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da, and we can come back. Whew, there you go. A little song Thank you for the lovely comments. I'm hoping it wasn't too loud because I'm a little bit of a loud kind of guy, so I'm hoping not too loud.
They said it was all right.
Did they say it was okay?
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Thank you very, very much. Peter Ivy says, great, Joe. My good friend Peter. Okay, right. We need a raffle winner. So actually, I think because Paul Nunc Gillam is going to tell us who tonight's winner is, Paul needs to get himself up on that chair again. We love a live show. We can do all of this kind of magic stuff. So I'm going to turn his microphone on. And Paul, if you can tell us who is tonight's raffle winner.
I can, and the great winner is that great old curmudgeon Eddie Colburn, because he wrote, somebody wrote him and said, nice to have you here, Eddie, and he said, who's he? Or something like that, something along those lines. Anyway, we miss you, Eddie, and hope the prize will drag you down to Fleet to collect it, because we want to see you.
Back to me. Okay. Eddie Colburn, bottle of fizz in it. In fact, Eddie, you need to come over. You can collect it. Let's get you on the next show. So let me just write this down. The raffle winner this week for making a grumpy arse comment. Raffle equals Eddie. Eddie, it wouldn't be you if you didn't write a funny comment. Eddie Colburn wins the raffle. Thank you, Paul Nunc Gillam. That is a great choice. Let's have... my mum was singing along. My mum's commenting. Steve Donnelly thinks I found my voice with that song. Steve Donnelly is slumming it in the Alps. He goes out there for months and months at a time. Steve, it's all very boring. It's all very... You'll be coming back with a suntan and standing next to me in Morrison's or something. Don't be coming back with a suntan, telling us your wonderful stories of skiing. Anyway, we hope you're having a great time. In fact, Steve, we need to get a song from you from the mountains. It's all happening. It's all happening. Right. We're going to have Act number 7 this evening. This is the second time for this song. Let's have a quick look at the profile picture of Gianfranco Novarino, or GF as his friends call him because they can't pronounce it. But being an eloquent scouser, I can just about make it. So Gianfranco Novarino, this song, I grew up listening to this song, and Gianfranco sent it in a year ago during lockdown. And he just sent it in and I played it and I immediately loved it. It's a song that well, anyone of a certain age will know this song. Certainly all of my relatives always used to sing it. It is called Irene, Good Night. And I think Gianfranco and his friend do a really beautiful version of it. So let's have some love and likes. Gianfranco Novarino, Irene, Good Night, or Good Night, Irene.
Sometimes I live in the country. Sometimes I live in town. Sometimes I have a grave notion to jump in the river and drown. Jump in the river and drown. Quit your rambling, quit your gambling, and don't stay out late at night. Stay at home with your wife and your family, and sit by the fireside bright. Sit by the fireside bright. So good night, Irene, good night, Irene. I'll see you in my dreams. Good night, Irene, good night, Irene. I will see you in my dreams. I'll see you in my dreams. I asked your mother for you. She said you was way too young. Said I should never see your face again. I might as well have never been born. I might as well have never been born. So Irene, good night, Irene. I will see you in my dreams. Good night, Irene, good night, Irene. I will see you in my dreams. I will see you in my dreams. God knows I love Irene, I do. I'll love her till the seas run dry. And if I can't have Irene with me tonight, I might take morphine and die. Just take morphine and die. So good night, Irene. Good night, Irene. I will see you in my dreams. Good night, Irene. Good night, Irene. I will see you in my dreams. I will see you in my dreams.
That was good, wasn't it? Absolutely good.
Does it get any better than that? Gianfranco Novarino, come on.
Yeah.
Absolutely beautiful. I'm clapping because we've just started the dirty snacking. I don't know what this stuff is, but I bought it today.
Dog's teeth.
Jalapeno giant corn. It looks like Win-A-Lot, big old things. So I'm not so sure it's a good idea, but you can't have a FolkOclock show without a bit of dirty snacking. Yeah, Gianfranco Novarino. It is a class video. I'm sure nobody has a problem with me playing that one again. Anne Isles says lovely. Yeah, Jan Moncrief, lots of clapping there. Eddie Colburn, Martin's Choice, Sing Don's Song. All right, not sure what that is. And Eddie thinks we should give the bottle to someone else more deserving than him. Eddie, there's nobody more deserving than you. Right. Are we getting a thumbs up from the posh side of Fleet? We got 2 thumbs up from the posh side of Fleet. And we've got some great acts coming from there very soon, very soon. But for now, let's find out who is tonight's music quiz winner. Come in, Mr. John Ive.
Thanks, Joe. What a great show tonight. Really enjoying it. And I should point out that the questions that I ask, I use this quiz as a quiz to catch up on listening to records. So I like to listen to all the records, the songs, the artists that are in the quiz during the week before now. So I enjoy doing the quiz because it's a bit of a trip down memory lane for me in some cases. But tonight has been very special. I think it's probably a record night. I've just processed more than, I think, 70 answers, which I'm sure is a record. And it's been hard choosing the winner tonight. But before we announce that great news, let me, of course, take you through the answers, because some of you got, I was surprised, some of you got some of the obvious ones wrong. The East of England venue for the folk festival was Cambridge. Quite a few of you thought it was Norwich, which surprises me a bit, but you've probably got a good reason for that. But it is, in fact, Cambridge. Joan Byers, There But For Fortune, is the singer of that song. So that's answer number 2. The John Denver song that Peter, Paul and Mary made famous was Leaving on a Jet Plane. Who wrote Where Have All the Flowers Gone? That was Pete Seeger. Some of you thought it was Bob Dylan, but Pete Seeger. And 1971 folk song, Brand New Key, was by Melanie. I think some of you found that a little bit tough, but Melanie was the singer there. And I've been listening to her songs today in particular. So that's the results of the quiz. And as I said, we got lots of good answers, and quite a few of you got all 5 questions correct. I'll give a shout out. I may not have got everybody here, but I'll give a shout out to Hilary Ward, Mary Waddington, Colin Bailey, and Dave Hunter. But we randomly picked out Jan Moncrief as the winner tonight. Jan, congratulations. Oh, strong support from the crowd in the studio here for that. Well done, and well done to everybody, because clearly it meant something to a lot of you, because we had so many answers tonight, more than usual. So I've got to dash away and set up for Reg so that he can perform to you in a couple of songs' time. And for now, back to you, Joe.
Fantastic. Do you know what? I was so busy eating my dirty snacking. I was crunching on these corn things and I didn't hear who won the music quiz. Somebody tell me. Wow, thank you. Was it Jan Moncrief? Jan. Was it? It was Jan. Do you know what? Whatever this thing is I'm eating is so noisy in my head when I'm eating it. I didn't hear the winner. There's live.
It was Jan.
It was Jan. There's live and there's unprofessional, and I'm definitely wobbling along that line somewhere. Anyway, I've got a shout. No, I'm going to do that shout out later. We are going to go to our 3rd live act of the evening. If for no other reasons that I can finish this gob full of food. I went to Poppy's Folk Club over at Hawley. And this guy was there, live. Fantastic. He was ace. I think he's really good. He's got an amazing voice. Let's have a look at the profile picture of our next act, Mike Tuffery. What a great guy. And he had his lovely wife with him as well. So he is joining us this evening from his living room, I think. No, from the cavern. He's in the cavern. It looks like he's in the cavern. But he looks like he stuck a bit of Artex on the wall, and he's a Picasso in doing a bit of cubism on the back there, and he's graffitied on it as well. Of course, Mike Tuffery, most of you will know him.
Mondrian.
He's got a... Say again?
Mondrian in the background.
We've got an art intellect with us this evening. I didn't even understand the word that he's just said, but it sounded impressive. I'll find out in the break. Anyway... Without further ado, Mike, I'm sure you can hear me in the green room. It's really lovely to have you back on the show. I'm delighted. Please tell anybody of any of your activities, your music activities and clubs going on. Take the opportunity to plug away. Ladies and gentlemen, all the way from the Artex cavern, Mr. Mike Tuffery.
Thank you, Joe. Yes, as you could see, a recent trip to Liverpool, and we got into the Cajun Club, so I managed to get a spare key and I've popped back in again. Right, let's start off with, this is a song I wrote about my days as a paramedic. The sort of patient who used to get about 3-4 o'clock in the morning with the usual difficulty in breathing and stuff, so I wrote a song about it, and this is Molly Again. Should have been home about an hour ago, but calls keep coming, there's one more to go. The address looks familiar, we've been there before, but a third time this week we're at her front door. Molly again, Molly again, head full of demons that she can't fight. Molly again, Molly again, the world at 4 a.m. doesn't feel right. Yellow on her fingers, bottles on the floor, tell a story of how she lived her life before. Comfort from a packet, courage from a glass, now she gets her life through a face mask. Molly again, Molly again, head full of demons that she can't fight. Molly again, Molly again, the world at 4 a.m. doesn't feel right. Like to tell us stories of life before the pain. Singing was a passion in a bar she owned in Spain. Life was free and easy, drinks just flowed and flowed. No cares for what the future might hold. Molly again, Molly again, head full of demons that she can't fight. Molly again, Molly again, the world at 4 a.m. doesn't feel right. Life has caught up with her, she finds it hard to breathe. Nothing more to do but sit at home and grieve. Waiting by the phone but no one ever calls. World has shrunk to just these four walls. Molly again, Molly again, head full of demons that she can't fight. Molly again, Molly again, the world at 4 a.m. doesn't feel right. Molly again, Molly again, head full of demons that she can't fight. Molly again, Molly again, the world at 4 a.m. it doesn't feel right.
Yeah, come on. Woo!
Thank you. More, you want more, you say?
At least one more.
As you were saying earlier on about promoting what we're doing, as you mentioned, Rye Wolf are playing at the Couch in Bracknell on tomorrow night with Colin Bailey starting us off. So we'd be pleased to see anybody along there. It's underneath the Market Street or High Street car park, I believe. Can't afford a proper place. We're just going under the car park. So this is another one of my songs, one of my earlier ones, and this is The Westward Winds. Westward winds are with me now. The sun is up, the sky is blue. The sails are full, but we're speeding now, bringing me back home to you. Night the stars all show the way, great North Star, a guiding light. When we dock, I'll look for you. Westward winds are with me now. This is the last time I'll leave you now. My days of wandering are through. The lure of the sea is over now. Time to spend my life with you. Night the stars all show the way. Great North Star, a guiding light. When we dock, I'll look for you. The westward winds are with me now. Before the mast life can be cruel, but thrilling. Times our hopes are dashed and blown. But through it all we hope the fates are willing, guide us safely back to home. The holds below are brimming now. Life will start anew. Our future times are changing now. It's time to spend my life with you. Night the stars all show the way. Great North Star, a guiding light. When we dock, I'll look for you. Westward winds are with me now. Westward winds are with me now. Westward winds are with me now.
Yay!
Thank you very much, Joe. Back to you.
Wonderful, Mike Tuffery there. Thank you, Mike, very, very much. I've still got these guys talking in the background. They're talking about art. I do apologise.
Do you mind?
But do you know what? Bring back the ladies, because the ladies mess around a lot, but they're very much better behaved than the men. They just keep flipping talking. It's amazing. I'm running a show here, for Christ's sake.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah, we're live.
Well, maybe it should be an art show.
They're having a great time chatting to themselves. Mike, I'm sorry how discourteous of Mike. It was fantastic as always.
No worries. Thank you very much for asking me.
And actually, Paul's a bit of an art expert, so he was explaining the art behind you and all of that kind of stuff. Mike, we need to get you over to the studio so you can perform either from here or from John Ive's over the road. Yeah, we need to get you live from the studio as well.
Okay.
So, our eighth act this evening, Mike Tuffery. There's been lots of wonderful comments, so do scroll back and have a little read of all of those. Now, I'm absolutely delighted to introduce act number 9. Have I got any other announcements I'm supposed to be talking about? I've done all of that. Oh, Poppies. I mentioned Poppies earlier. Poppies Folk Club, run by Felix and Kathy Kelly. It's a great... Come on. Yeah. Applause in the studio. These guys do a great job, and they've been running this club for many, many years. And it runs over at Hawley Leisure Centre. There is a Facebook group, and there are events on there so that you know when the get-togethers are. The next night is a singers' night on the 9th of February. If you do want to perform, you do need to contact Felix or Kathy directly, because it's always a popular night. It's always busy. If you want to get your name down, contact them directly. But don't miss it. It's really good. I'm just crossing all the little things off my list here, trying to be organised. Fabulous. Let's have a look at the profile of... In fact, just before I bring him in, Steve Spearing was going to be performing for us live this evening. We planned it a couple of weeks ago. He's a great guy, Steve Spearing. He can't make it. He can't make it. He's got a very good... It's not even an excuse. He's got a very good reason why he can't make it this evening. So we are going to get him back on a future show. At the last minute, the fabulous Uncle Reg Pearce stood in literally hours before going live. Reg, it's very much appreciated. Everybody loves Reg Pearce. He's a great performer. He's a great guy. Very supportive of all the local musicians, including myself. He's done wonders working with the Dalton gang. They really have got their stuff. I nearly said they've got their shit together. I can't say that, can I? Is it? It's 22 minutes past 9. I can say that. Of course I can. Phoebe, my eldest daughter Phoebe, is watching this evening. Phoebe, good evening. I love you very much. Right. Uncle Reg Pearce is waiting very patiently. He's looking good.
Hey, Reg. Hey.
Not only has he stepped up to the plate, he's put a fancy bloody shirt on as well. I think he's brushed his hair as well while he still can. Right, Reg, do us a favour. Sing us a couple of songs coming live all the way from the wonderful John Ive studio. IveTech Media, come in, Uncle Reg. IveTech Media, come in, Uncle Reg.
Thanks very much, Joe. Welcome to the IveTech studio. It is a very nice shirt. My wife bought me this for Christmas. I'm glad you mentioned it. Loads of house points there for you. Just a couple of old songs that you've all heard before. Hopefully you'll join in on some of them. On the second one, I've got a special support band coming in to give me a hand, but more of that later. Anyway, the first one was a big hit for Tim Hardin. Well, no, a fairly small hit for Tim Hardin, but a very big hit for the Four Tops, if I remember right. Anyway, for all you woodworkers out there, this is If I Were a Carpenter. If I were a carpenter, you were a lady, would you marry me anyway? Would you have my baby? If a tinker was my trade, would you still find me carrying the pots I made? Follow close up behind me. Save my love through loneliness, save my love through sorrow. I give you my loneliness, give me your tomorrow. If I were a miller with a mill wheel grinding, would you miss your colored box and your soft shoes shining? If a tinker was my trade, or would you still find me carrying the pots I made? Follow close up behind me. Save my love through loneliness, save my love through sorrow. I give you my loneliness, give me your tomorrow. If I were a miller with a mill wheel grinding, would you miss your colored box and your soft shoes shining? If I worked my hands in wood, would you still love me? Oh, answer me, yes I would, and I'll put you above me. Save my love through loneliness, save my love through sorrow. I give you my loneliness, give me your tomorrow. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. That's very, very kind of you. This next one is a Tom Paxton song, and it's always great fun to do this in the Windmill or the Poppies Club because everybody sings along. And tonight will be no different, because tonight I've got the beautiful voices and the amazing good looks of Cajun Boogaloo who are going to help me out with the choruses. And if you listen carefully, you'll hear them bursting through. Anyway, what's this one called? I can't remember now. Something to do with the last thing on my mind. It was the last. Yeah, it was the last thing on my mind. That was it. Yeah.
Well, we'll sing that, and you do what you want.
Okay. Right. It's a lesson too late for the learning, made of sand, made of sand. In the winking of an eye, my soul is turning. In your hand, in your hand. Here we go. Are you going away with no word of farewell? Will there be not a trace left behind? I could have loved you better, didn't mean to be unkind. You know that was the last thing on my mind. I don't know if you could hear that, but that was beautiful. You had reasons aplenty for going. This I know. And the weeds have been steadily growing. Please don't go. Please don't go. Are you going away with no word of farewell? Will there be not a trace left behind? I could have loved you better, I didn't mean to be unkind. You know that was the last thing on my mind. As I lie in my bed in the morning, without you, without you. Every song in my breast dies a morning, without you, without you. Are you going away with no word of farewell? Will there be not a trace left behind? I should have loved you better, didn't mean to be unkind. You know that was the last thing on my mind. One more time. Are you going away with no word of farewell? Will there be not a trace left behind? I could have loved you better, didn't mean to be unkind. You know that was the last thing on my mind. Yes, you know that was the last thing on my mind. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. And a big hand for Cajun Boogaloo. Do you know what? If they stick at this, they could become a real band. It would be quite something, wouldn't it? Thank you very much. And it's good night from us here in IveTech for a while. And back to Joe.
Hold on a minute. Let's turn the microphone on. Reg, absolutely fantastic. We were singing along all the way through. Phew, that's the first time I forgot the mic tonight, but I quickly, because I can see them flashing lights behind me that they weren't flashing. Reg, you're an absolute star. Two classics there. Classics that we were singing. And reading all the comments, I think everybody was singing along. Thanks for standing in for Steve Spearing. Steve, I hope everything's okay, and we'll catch up with you real soon. Yeah, Super Reg. Colin Bailey says Super Reg. I completely agree. Sally Brook, Mike Tuffery. Let's look at all them comments. Janet Pearce thinks you were wonderful. I think you're a bit biased, Janet. Who else is in? I'm Stuart Tester. Good evening, Stuart. Mr. Baritone himself, Dave Hunter. Fabulous. What's the time? 9:30. Are we on schedule? I think we're on schedule. It's highly unlikely we'll finish at 10 o'clock because we never flipping do. Right. Just before I cut to the profile picture, I went to Twickfolk for the first time on Sunday night.
They're great, aren't they?
Brilliant. These guys, yeah. John Tanner can see the picture before you do, and he's saying, yeah, these guys are great. They're really great. But I went to Twickfolk, and it's on a Sunday evening. Now, the Windmill is 2 Sundays a month, so I'm not encouraging our regulars to be buggering off over to Twickfolk. But on those alternative Sundays, you could do an awful lot worse than visiting Twickfolk. Sue Graves on the door. She didn't let me in free, though, did she? Sue Graves on the door, and a lovely lady called Ricky, or Rika, I think. Lovely lady, takes great photographs. And it's a really well-run club. The audio setup is brilliant. It really is. If you've not been, it's well worth going over there. And so my first visit, and another reason why I went over there, let's have a look at the profile picture and get me off the screen. Another reason for going over was that I found out through Sue that Dave Ellis and Boo Howard were performing there. Woo, they say in the green room. These guys have been performing since 1979. And I like these guys so much, it actually makes 1979 better for me. And I still think 1979 was one of the best years for great music.
73.
We're going to argue about that in a minute. Paul and I are going to have a fight. We're going to have a fight about the best year of music. Anyway, I'm sure they were both brilliant years. Boo Howard and Dave Ellis. Now, Dave Ellis is the partner of Liz Simcock. And Liz Simcock has been on the show a couple of times. These guys were absolutely fantastic. And clearly, I'm only going to play one song. What was really impressive was they did a bit of jazz, they did a bit of blues, they did a bit of country, they did a bit of folk. It was so varied what they were doing. It was properly entertaining. It was captivating all the way through. Yeah, I was really impressed. I don't know whether you're going to be online with us or not, guys, but you can watch it later. But the people who are online can enjoy. There's something else to say. The song that they are going to perform is by them, and it's called Van Gogh Legacy, which is a coincidence because I cut my ear off last week. No, I didn't really, clearly. But I went to the Van Gogh immersive experience near Spitalfield Market at the weekend, and it was really good. I had a great time. It was on the Saturday, I think. On the Sunday, goes to Twickfolk, and they sang this song. I thought, right, that's it. I've got to play this on the show. So, Dave Ellis and Boo Howard performing their own song called Van Gogh Legacy. Let's have some love and likes.
He was a man with no name, just some brushes and paint. With no head for the world, he was no priest nor a saint, but he had too much emotion. Friends would come and go. Well, he didn't much care what he left behind, but on every creation he carefully signed. He would believe in himself while the whole world passed him by. Now Vincent's making the grave as I take my place in the Eagle Parade. Now I'm living my Van Gogh fantasy, so when I die, don't bury my soul. He had a
Van Gogh legacy, Dave Ellis and Boo Howard. Absolutely fantastic. I'm sure you enjoyed that as much as I did. Or I should say, as much as we did. Yeah, really, really great they were. They played all different genres. All through the evening they were playing a bit of jazz and blues and country and folk, and it was just brilliant. Absolutely fantastic. Okay, I'm talking of brilliant. I don't want to big him up too much because I recorded this guy, I don't know, 6 months ago, maybe longer.
It's a while, isn't it? Yeah.
It was a little while ago, and he didn't come back, and I thought, well, I'll have to invite him. So, oh, by the way, sorry, while we're talking about Dave Ellis and Boo Howard, they have a new album out called What If? It's a really, really lovely album. It's got 13 songs on there. Really good. And, by the way, I've got the Twick Folk programme here, and there's all sorts of a full schedule of events and acts coming up, so do check them out. Twick Folk was brilliant. I really enjoyed it. Excuse me, I need to stop dirty snacking. Anyway, this next guy, I will show you the profile picture. It is, of course, Mr. John Tanner. Paul Nunc Gillam is trying to tempt him with nuts and crisps, and he's rattling and making noise here. They're very, very badly behaved guys. So, John Tanner. The first time I saw John Tanner was at the Anchor Folk Club in Byfleet?
Byfleet, yeah.
In Byfleet.
The Anchor Folk Club.
And he performed a song I just thought was fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. And I videoed it, and we have played it on the show. And I have no idea what he's going to play this evening, so I'm not going to mention the song that I really, really liked, just in case he is about to perform it. But it does give me great pleasure. We've had one great act this evening in Paul Nunc Gillam. We've had another great act, Mike Tuffery. We've had Uncle Reg Pearce. And now we're going to have Mr. John Tanner. Don't be looking at me, John. You want to be looking up that way. I'm going to have to play around and switch some microphones on. Ladies and gentlemen, live from the FolkOclock studio, Mr. John Tanner. Come on, John.
Thanks, Joe. Thanks for inviting me back. I've finally got my bottle of Prosecco. I was beginning to wonder if you actually got a real prize. It was just a virtual thing going on there. Right, the first song I'm going to sing is Gordon Lightfoot, If You Could Read My Mind. If you could read my mind, love, what a tale my thoughts could tell. It's like an old-time movie about a ghost from a wishing well, in a castle dark or a fortress strong with chains upon my feet. You know that ghost is me. And if you read between the lines, know that I'm just trying to understand the feelings that you have. If I could read your mind, love, what a tale your thoughts could tell. Just like a paperback novel, the kind the drugstores sell. When we reach the part where the heartaches come, the hero would be me. But heroes often fail. You won't read that book again, 'cause the ending's just too hard to take. I walk away like a movie star who gets burned in a three-way script. Enter number 2, movie queen to play the scene, bringing all the good things out in me. But for now, love, let's be real. Never thought I could act this way, and I've got to say I just don't get it. I don't know where we went wrong, but the feeling's gone and I just can't get it back. If you could read my mind, love, what a tale my thoughts could tell. Just like an old-time movie about a ghost from a wishing well, in a castle dark or a fortress strong with chains upon my feet. But stories always end if you read between the lines. You know that I'm just trying to understand the feelings that you lack. Never thought I could feel this way, and I've got to say I just don't get it. I don't know where we went wrong, but the feeling's gone and I just can't get it back. Gordon Lightfoot.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you very much.
Nice.
Thank you. Right. My second song is written by Pete Atkin and Clive James. And this is a strange song because I don't think he ever plays it. Pete Atkin's still touring. He's playing somewhere in February. He's got a gig in February in Dorking, I think. This is one of those songs where it's got a happy kind of lilt to the music, and yet the words are deadly serious, actually. And this is called, you can play Anne Isles and John Quinn, you know this, you usually sing along with the chorus. So to those that haven't heard it before, it's all the dead were all the dead were all the dead were strangers. It's a happy little song. Saw my buddy Kovac stripping down his M16, he said, I think the barrel got hot. Know what I mean? And his smiling mouth looked friendly, but his eyes like all the dead. They were strangers, all the dead were all the dead were all the dead were all the dead were strangers. Just lying there with ladies, so old they hardly bled. Thin kids who never needed a red hole in the head. But we were all in this together, we were friends, like the dead. They were strangers, all the dead were all the dead were all the dead were all the dead were strangers. Well, I walked up to Polanski, and Polanski hollered, look, it's a Japanese transistor I swiped off a gook, and it don't even have no batteries. And he laughed at all the dead. They were strangers, all the dead were all the dead were all the dead were all the dead were strangers. Well, Kovac said you crumb dumb, we weren't sent in here to steal. And Polanski answered, stow it, how do you know what I feel? What the hell else is in this for me? And like the dead, they were strangers, all the dead were all the dead were all the dead were all the dead were strangers. Well, I left those two to argue and wandered between the huts. It's a bad day when a king hit of grass won't calm your guts, but it helps you to remember or forget that all the dead, they were strangers, all the dead were all the dead were all the dead were all the dead were strangers. Well, the birds that lead us in here take us out to the same sky, and the gunships hose the ruins for reasons hell knows why. And I can only yell, why bother? Why bother all the dead? They were strangers, all the dead were all the dead were all the dead were all the dead were strangers. All the dead were strangers. All together now.
Very good. I love it.
Fantastic, fantastic. Right. How good was that? How good was that? I have to say, it's a privilege to be able to sit here. I'm sure it's the same for you, John, over at your place. To have people performing live in your own little environment is fantastic. John, exceptional.
Thank you very much.
Exceptional. You must come back and we'll record some more, I think.
We only did one last
Yeah,
time,
we only
didn't
did one, but what a good one. Go onto YouTube, not now, clearly, because you're watching the show, and look for Under the Old Stone Cross, John Tanner. Absolutely brilliant, beautifully recorded. Anyway, John, exceptional. Exceptional. Can't wait to play it back and listen. That was act number 11. The penultimate. Does that mean the second to last?
Yeah.
The penultimate act this evening on the FolkOclock. I'm going to say a quick hello to Jean and John from back home in Liverpool. Thank you for Thank you for joining us. Paul's from Liverpool too, so Paul's allowed to do that because he's from Liverpool too.
I'm not from Liverpool too. I'm from Liverpool 4.
Because that means you're a woolly back. So anyway, thank you as always for joining us. Is Steve Selwood in the house? Steve, superstar Steve Selwood in the house. Steve, thanks for popping in. We just played Uncle John's song earlier, the Mustang song. Anyway, we've got a very, very special. Not that you guys weren't good.
No, we were special.
But we have got a big treat to finish the show. We like a big finish. And this week, let's see the profile picture. And actually, these guys played at the Windmill, did a floor spot at the Windmill. And it reminded me just how good they are. I think they were the last guest act at Poppy's before lockdown. I think so. It was certainly one of the last acts. I'm burping now. I shouldn't do dirty snacking, should I really? I'm sure it's not very good for me. Anyway, yeah, Colin's saying, hi, Steve. Yeah, talk amongst yourselves, guys. Sue Graves says, spot on, John. Great.
Oh, that's very kind.
Great. That's a good... Because Sue's good.
Oh, she is.
That is a compliment.
She is very good.
Anyway, I've talked enough. Let's look at the profile picture of Cajun Boogaloo. These guys are brilliant. If you do get a chance, I'm sure you can find information about them on Facebook. I'm hoping they're going to tell us all of the gigs that they've got coming up. Jeff Chapman, Bob Shatwell and Leslie Shatwell. They're absolutely these boys are. I'm trying to concentrate here, for goodness sake. These how to get yourself never invited back. It's been good, guys. Anyway, Cajun Boogaloo. They're all ready. They're frowning now because I'm talking too much. And they are going to finish the evening off all the way from IveTech Media. Let's have some love and likes and appreciation for the wonderful band that is Cajun Boogaloo.
On the 25th of February.
There we go. Oh, that's us now, is it?
That's us. We're on.
Oh, look, there's us on the screen. Look.
There we are. Shall we do something?
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We're Cajun Boogaloo.
Hey.
We're going to start off with a traditional number.
Not.
2, 3, 4. Here comes Johnny singing old is gold is bebop-a-loo-da, baby, what I say. Here comes Johnny singing I got a woman down in the tunnels trying to make it pay. He got the action, he got the motion, yeah, the boy can play. Dedication, devotion, turning all the night time into the day. He do the song about the sweet loving woman, he do the song about the knife, he do the walk of life. Walk of life. Here comes Johnny and he'll tell you the story. Hand me down my walking shoes. Here comes Johnny with the power and the glory. Backbeat, the talking blues. He got the action, he got the motion. Yeah, the boy can play. dedication, devotion, turning all the night time into the day. I do the song about the sweet loving woman. He do the song about the knife. He do the walk of life, do the walk of life. Here comes Johnny singing old is gold is, be-ba-ba-luna baby what I say. Here comes Johnny singing I got a woman down in the tunnels trying to make it pay. He got the action, he got the motion, yeah the boy can play. Dedication, devotion, turning all the night time into the day. He do the song about the sweet loving woman, he do the song about the knife. He do the walk of life. Walk of life.
Thank you, audience.
Thank you very much. And now there's already been at least one Woody Guthrie song, and we're going to do another one for you tonight. So and this one's called Do Re Mi.
This little joining in bit.
Lots of folk back east, they say, are leaving home every day, beating the hot old dusty way to the California line. Across the desert sands they roll, getting out of that old dust bowl. Think they're going to a sugar bowl, but here is what they find. Now the police at the port of entry say, what do they say? You're number 14,000 for today. And if you ain't got that do-re-mi, boy, you ain't got that do-re-mi, you better go back to beautiful Texas, Oklahoma, Kansas, Georgia, Tennessee. California's a garden of Eden, a paradise to live in or see. But believe it or not, you won't find it so hot if you ain't got that do-re-mi. If you wanna buy a home or farm that can't deal nobody harm, take a vacation by the mountains or the sea. Don't swap your old cow for a car, you better stay right back where you are. Better take this little tip from me, 'cause I look through the want ads every day, but the headlines on the papers always say, and if you ain't got that do-re-mi, boy, you ain't got that do-re-mi, you better go back to beautiful Texas, Oklahoma, Kansas, Georgia, Tennessee. California's a garden of Eden, a paradise to live in or see. But believe it or not, you won't find it so hot if you ain't got that do-re-mi. Lots of folk back east, they say, are leaving home every day, beating the hot old dusty way to the California line. Across the desert sands they roll, getting out of that old dust bowl. Think they're going to a sugar bowl, but here is what they find. Now the police at the port of entry say, what do they say? You're number 14,000 for the day. And if you ain't got that do-re-mi, boy, you ain't got that do-re-mi, you better go back to beautiful Texas, Oklahoma, Kansas, Georgia, Tennessee. California's a garden of Eden, a paradise to live in or see. But believe it or not, you won't find it so hot if you ain't got that do-re-mi. 2, 3, 4. Thank you very much. That's Leslie on the double bass, Bob on the violin, and I'm just the eye candy. Find us on Facebook and like us on Facebook. That would be great. Back to you, Joe.
Absolutely fantastic. Cajun Boogaloo. How upbeat and wonderful were they? Yeah, it's fabulous to have you on the show live at long last. I've played numerous. In fact, you know what? I can actually look here because I've got you in my list. And I must have played many of your songs. Yeah, there's a whole load of them here. Night Train to Munich, Get Up and Go, 5th Street, Child of Mississippi, Bayou Jubilee, Bayou Jubilee. Yeah, regulars on the Folk Club, on the FolkOclock Show, but never live. And a brilliant audio and video quality all the way from John Ive's IveTech Media. It's 1 minute past 10. We've had a great evening. We've had a really nice evening in the studio. I'm sure they've had a fantastic evening. Bob is smiling. Big cheesy smile there, Bob. The fiddle. We were talking about the fiddle. We think you're amazing on the fiddle. A brilliant show. I'm going to say some thanks. All of our great performers. And so good, I am going to name all of them. Beers Law from North of the Border, kicking off on the night after Burns Night. Jan Moncrief and Phil McCready, Hector Gilchrist with Homecoming. Then Paul Nunc Gillam in the studio. Paul, thank you for coming over.
Pleasure.
Fantastic. And for doing the raffle. Eddie Colburn will be well happy. John Buckley, Uncle John Buckley, Mustang song, love it. Old Play. You boys need to come back to the Windmill. Mike Charlesworth, I think your name is. You must come back to the Windmill. It was really good. I did a song myself. Bob is right in front of the camera there. He's lunatic. Of all the things he's lost, he misses his mind the most. But he looks like he's having a nice time. Anyway, I did a song for me dad. And we had Gianfranco Novarino with Irene Goodnight. We had Mike Tuffery, the wonderful Mike Tuffery, live from Bracknell via Zoom. Of course, Uncle Reg Pearce from IveTech Media. Thank you, Reg, for stepping in. Absolutely brilliant. Love the shirt. Best regards to Jan. Dave Ellis and Boo Howard recorded only on Sunday at Twickfolk. Check out Twickfolk and Dave Ellis and Boo Howard. They were brilliant. Mr. John Tanner. You did not disappoint, John Tanner. You did not disappoint. That was amazing. I'm going to listen back later. The wonderful Cajun Boogaloo. You are exceptional, guys. The only negative I can think of is I wasn't with you in the studio there listening, stood right next to you. Of course, the FolkOclock team, my good friend, Mr. John Ive, Mr. Technical himself. Sam White can't be with us. Best wishes, Sam, and big hug, and we'll see you next time. The raffle winner, Eddie Colburn. A very gracious winner, I think.
Very.
Yeah, it was, yeah.
Give it to someone else, he said. Someone more deserving. Eddie, you got the bottle for making those kind of comments. That's why you got it. Anyway, and the quiz. Well done, Jan Muncrief, for winning the quiz. And of course, our wonderful audience. I'm always very, very grateful. We do put a little bit of effort into putting this together. I hope you enjoy it. You don't always have to watch it on the night. You can watch the follow-up, and we also broadcast it to YouTube so you can watch it at your leisure in the early hours. It's been a great evening. Thank you all very, very much. Continue to stay safe, and we'll see you on the next show. Thank you all. Good night. And hold on. What I'm supposed to say is, let me just go to this. It's been free drinks all night. I've actually had a little glass myself. Fantastic. Before you go to bed, don't forget your empty glasses.
Don't forget your empty glasses. Take your glasses to the bar. Don't forget your empty glasses. Take your glasses to the bar. Take your glasses, take your glasses, take your glasses to the bar. Take your glasses to the bar.
The morning sun is blazing, colors fill the sky. What a day for lazing, to watch the world go by. Blackbirds singing sweetly in the trees, squirrels leave their cover. Children's laughter floating in the breeze as they chase one another. Such a very pretty place to be, down on Hampton Green. Down to Hampton Green we'll go, down to Hampton Green. Such a very pretty place to be, down on Hampton Green. The church of old St. Theodore welcomes everyone. Father leads the singing, hymns for old and young. Lunchtime finds him at the railway bell, with his beer and ploughman's. Different songs and different tales to tell from all the folks around him. Such a very friendly place to be, down on Hampton Green. Down to Hampton Green we'll go, down to Hampton Green. Such a very friendly place to be, down on Hampton Green. Sweet Father Thames flows softly at the dimming of the day. He bears all our burdens, carries them away. The night is still, the air is smelling sweet from all the trees and flowers. All I hear is my heartbeat from nature's own sweet bower. Such a very peaceful place to be, down on Hampton Green. Down to Hampton Green we'll go, down to Hampton Green. Such a very peaceful place to be, down on Hampton Green.